California. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store. Between the Houston Oilers and our home team. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now this throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago. And he's got his first here. And it's a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that takes us from second to third down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we always look. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
56.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Allen going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he's got his man in stride, complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kyle Rudolph taking it in. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead.
The kicker.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. Allen now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Number 11.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
Play action. Now it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Allen again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now they try the right side here. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Oilers 6. Aftershocks nothing.
On 2nd and 9. Allen flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 28-yard line.
You got motion right there. 57, Mike, 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
All
right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
The drive starts with a completion left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Number 2. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing is Allen on third. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
3rd and 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 44.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly or this might be their last game.
Big series right here. You got to step it up. 57 the mark. 57 the mark.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
The first down pass. Intercepted.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got
indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Number 3.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Deep ball. Brings up
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Throw incomplete. So it's on to halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
14. Oilers 13.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And 3 yards.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5.
Boy,
he's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30, past the 20, 10.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for KJ.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's all those guaranteed points the other way. But I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast because they did not cash in for any good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And that is caught for the 2 points. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now increase here as he's past the 30. And he'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked Picked off at the 19. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside. The red zone. Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some room to work. It's a foot race. 20, 10.
If you were me, you do this too.
A great play there. 79 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Jackson's
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
brings up second.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And they bring their punter out there now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
A big loss.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
on play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. And that big fourth-quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 31, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back, but he will not get away.
He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal calls. Never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last run, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And